Hello, everyone. This is Charles. Hey, once I started investigating the stationary flat Earth versus the spinning sphere heliocentric model, it only took about a week or so to realize I'd been duped for most of my adult life about the Earth. I soon realized that the Genesis 1 account was accurate, that God did indeed create a firmament over the earth. This fact was brought home to me in part because the word firmament is mentioned 9 times in the creation account. And I'd always wondered about what the firmament was and how it fit in with the spinning sphere heliocentric model. And I just kind of ignored it because, hey, everybody else believed in the spinning sphere heliocentric model, and it's everywhere you look. So I kind of forgot about it until about April of 2015. So I started looking into it, and I realized that firmament is also mentioned in Psalm 19:1 and is engraved on Werner von Braun's gravestone. These facts, and they are facts, made me check some of the books I have bought related to creation and science, including 2 books authored by Dr. Hugh Ross, PhD, astrophysicist, etc. His 2 books are Creation as Science and A Matter of Days. And here they are. Curious as to what a PhD in astronomy and a professing Christian scientist had to say about the firmament, I checked the indexes of both books, a habit of mine, for the word firmament. To my surprise, neither book included the word firmament in the index. And as you can see here, this is the F on, I think it's A Matter of Days. There's no mention of the firmament. And then here's the other book, Creation as Science. It may be the other way around, but either way, there's no mention of the word firmament in either index. You can look for yourself. So I thought, okay, just because the word firmament isn't included in the index, that doesn't mean it's not in the book. Since the firmament, according to the creation account, was created on the 2nd day, I looked in the index of A Matter of Days for the 2nd day and found the term is used on pages 44, 56, 74, and 281. I also checked on the 4th day and found the term is used on pages 30, 44, 74, 78, and 232. Oops, I found out the word firmament is not mentioned on those pages either. And I checked these pages thinking I'd find a discussion by Ross on the word firmament, because after all, the word is used 9 times in the passages related to the creation account of the firmament. On day 2 and on day number 4. Much to my chagrin, even though Ross goes into great length to discuss the Hebrew word yom, the Hebrew word for a day, there's no mention of the word firmament on any of those pages. So I'm thinking, firmament, come out wherever you are. And then since then, I've skimmed through both books looking for the word firmament in what I thought were the appropriate chapters and passages where one might find a creation scientist like Dr. Ross discussing the firmament. And once again, not one mention. At this point, I felt cheated. Why, you ask? I bought Ross's books as reference books for when the need arose to learn more about a subject, such as the firmament, to learn what a creationist and a scientist like Ross had to say about this important subject. After all, he is an expert, right? It was like buying a motor repair manual for when the need arose to repair my vehicle's brake system, and yet when the need arose and I checked the manual for information on how to replace my brake shoes, and there was no mention of brake shoes in the manual. So I scratched my head and I said, well, what should I do? And I asked you, what would you do? Me? I wanted a refund of the money I spent on the books. Like I said, I felt cheated. And lo and behold, for some reason, I looked at the front of both books and I found this. It's Nav Press's guarantee. And it reads, our guarantee to you. We believe so strongly in the message of our books that we are making this quality guarantee to you. If for any reason you are disappointed with the content of this book, return the title page to us with your name and address, and we will refund to you the list price of the book. To help us serve you better, please briefly describe why you were disappointed. And then it gives the address on where to mail your request. And I'm going to do just that. I'm going to send in my refund request. The reasons? How can a creation scientist like Dr. Ross, who presents himself as an authority on creation, avoid the firmament, even though the word is mentioned 17 times in Scripture? It's mentioned in first chapter of Genesis, verse 6, 7, 3 times in verse 7, verse 8, 14, 15, 17, and verse 20. It's mentioned in Psalm 19:1, Psalm 151, Ezekiel 122, 23, 25, 26, and chapter 12, verse 3 of Daniel. My hope is these kinds of requests for refunds will encourage Dr. Ross and others at Reasons to Believe to stop avoiding subjects like the firmament and other topics like the sun and the moon being placed by God in the creation account within the firmament. And thus they cannot be 93,238,000 miles away, respectively, from Earth. Let's hit them where it hurts, in the pocketbook. One last thing. Even though the stationary flat Earth model versus the spinning sphere heliocentric model debate has been raging for some months now, I have yet, and I check quite frequently, to see any response from Dr. Ross. His entire Reasons to Believe testable creation model is at stake, and yet not a single word from Dr. Ross in all these months. All I hear is crickets chirping. And I want to thank you for watching. If you do, please like, subscribe, and share. Until next time, see ya.
It's crucial to remember that people pay more attention to your demeanor than they do your evidence.
That's right.
It's crucial to remember that people pay more attention to your demeanor than they do your evidence.
That's right.